Oh, they can already shoot us?
Shoot us.
Wait. What?
I was making a joke and it's come true.
They can look at us in spawn. Holy bingo wings, dude.
I'm a hero of battle and war.
Right, 1 down.
Oh, shit.
2 down. Reload and... Let me hit him. 3 down.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Oh, I think there's a guy right here. Where is he, Ems? Got you. Oh my god, there's a plane.
Oh my god! Why is the plane?
Follow me on Mixer, you heroic mongrels. Mixer.com/GetGoodGuy. Link is in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy and today we're covering the big one. The most epic rivalry of our time. The fight that rages on regardless of any incidents or outcomes. We're talking rushers versus campers. Why these two playstyles seem to absolutely hate each other, the Battlefield 5 edition. And so what I've done is gone out and at least kinda tried to grab gameplay of each style. Although I tempered my attempts a little, I didn't want to just zombie rush everyone without any cognitive processing, and I also couldn't bring myself to lie in one spot for 40 minutes straight. So forgive me if the gameplay for each section isn't totally authentic, I tried, okay? And I'll be honest, the session I spent getting the camping gameplay was miserable. I was bored out of my mind. I basically ended up playing with one hand most of the time and just semi-concentrating on what was happening, picking up a kill and then waiting for someone to shoot me. But each to their own, and in an effort to be impartial, I've decided to act as if I'm the most camper-hating cliche of a rusher to discuss the camper-hate section, and then vice versa, the most Russia-hating stereotype of a gamer for the Russia-hate section. I'm going to go through all of the reasons that come to mind as to why each playstyle seems to despise the other. Some of them will be reasonable reasons and some will be totally ridiculous, but I've seen every single one mentioned before, probably multiple times, and it adds that bit of spice to proceedings. So without further ado, we'll open with why campers hate rushers, complete with somewhat aggressive gameplay, and then we'll hit on why rushers hate campers with my attempt at camping gameplay. Here we go. Okay, I'm Jimmy, the super skilled tactical prone dude, and I hate those damn rushers that play games such as Battlefield 5. Okay, so there aren't anywhere near as many of them as my sacred camping brotherhood, but just one rusher in a lobby is too many in my opinion. Where's the sense in it? It breaks all of the immersion. How often do you think you saw people charging around the battlefield with a submachine gun in actual World War II? Where's the realism? It's ridiculous. I bought this game as a military simulator, not COD with big maps. Personally, I think there should be a penalty for rushing, so as to keep things in line with what's authentic. Like, if you sprint for more than 5 steps, your foot gets stuck in the mud and you can't move for 3 seconds. Tell me that doesn't seem like a good idea. Then I could easily line them up with my tactically selected MMG or whatever I've chosen to utilize for the engagement and blow their damn rushing brains out. And don't you just hate how super tryhard they all are? Oh, look at me, I can run and shoot at the same time. Look, who cares, man? How many girlfriends have you got doing that? Or boyfriends for that matter, I don't discriminate. It's 2019, people, get on board. Gays and all that business are fine, but where I draw the line is rushers. I can't stand them. Send them off to a server of their own. I'm sure they stay hydrated from their own sweat, if you can get hydrated from sweat, which, well, now you think about it, you can't because it's salt water, but whatever, we'll carry on, because I guess the sweatiest of sweaty players have developed a new biological mechanism that allows them to recycle their own liquids for constant hydration as they ruin the experience for everyone else trying to play Battlefield in a genuinely respectable manner. And they really do need to be careful they don't take in toxic amounts of salt, because they sure do seem to be full of it, sending off an angry message whenever their game plan gets countered by my perfect bush positioning. Yep, they can't see me lying here as they run by, too busy trying to break their 100-meter sprint personal best. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That much quoted phrase by Muhammad Ali. Well, you can't forget that, mine's better, you see. Lie like a slug and sting like me. Yep, the slug is my spirit animal. Rushers don't notice players like me using camouflage and staying absolutely still in the tall grass. I'm a true master of war. Rushers are just hotshot pretenders, visiting the respawn screen every few seconds. They're like the overconfident jocks of gaming, and the only way to bring them down a peg or two is to punch them in the balls when the referee isn't looking. Try being a big boy now I've ruptured your testes, Chad. And they all care way too much about their stat line anyway. Like, it's a game, dude, don't take it too seriously. Except for from a realism standpoint, obviously. Otherwise the whole facade of the coding falls apart and you realize you're just moving around ones and zeros. Okay, alright, this is maybe all getting a bit existential yet abstract at the same time. My point is that rushers suck. Their kids fueled on Adderall, compensating for their lack of actual worth. Abusing aim assist on consoles as they run by and just casually flick the sticks around, and jeopardizing promising situations for their own bloodlust. Make gaming great again and kick these brainless idiots out. Always complaining about poor visibility. Maybe if you stopped to look around, it wouldn't be such a problem. Open your eyes, dude. Visibility is supposed to be bad. That's the point. Go back to BF1 and enjoy your spotting if you can't handle it, and cry me a river while you're there. At least my playstyle allows me to eat snacks while I'm playing. I bet you can't pull off a jump shot whilst handling a hot dog, you hyperactive scrub. Okay, I think I've said my piece. I'm Jimmy, the super skilled tactical prone dude, and I wish you all a good day. Unless you're a rusher, in which case you could suck my b***. Right, now that camping scumbag has had his turn, I'm up to bat. I'm Chad, the rushing phenom, and this is why I hate campers. Because I really do. I wish them nothing but mattresses with itchy fabric and brain freezes when they eat ice cream. Oh yeah, I'm going hard on this one. Because I'm sick of their excuses. Their excuses about tactical play, tactical positioning. It's ridiculous. You're not being tactical, you're lying in the dirt for minutes on end in a video game. Like, come on people, is this really an example of skill? And if you want to cry about realism, then you can save it. Because if you want to open up that discussion, how realistic is it for people to take 2 or 3 bullets to the chest without dying? How realistic is it to respawn after death? Your realism argument went out the window as soon as an entire battle was contested in less than 40 minutes, and all you have to do sometimes is stand in an area until you magically capture it. And on top of that, the argument about a stationary playstyle being realistic is ridiculous. Because again, in reality, those battles could be fought across hours, days, weeks, or months. Of course you could afford to stay in one area for a long time, but this is a video game, and if everyone played #realistically, then nothing would ever get done. It would be the most boring experience in the world. You can forget about including SMGs and shotguns, they're never going to be used. Just have everyone lie down with a bipod and go to sleep. I also hate that some play in the manner you've been seeing here, and yet can be rewarded with a top 4 finish and a 3+ KD. For doing what? Practicing his planking? It's absurd. What exactly the developers thought they were doing with this game is truly beyond me. And I'm not saying that all bipod users are campers, and I'm not saying that all campers are indeed bipod users, but the effectiveness and abundance of them certainly doesn't do much to encourage them to actually move around a little. MMGs, the boys AT rifle, many snipers, and all that kind of stuff can now be added to the camping playbook. Along with corner camping with a shotgun, it drives me insane. Beyond anything, it's just irritating to be killed by a camper. And I'm not sure what's more annoying, when the game shows you where the camper killed you from, or when it breaks and doesn't show you anything at all. And all of this affects the flow of the game. These campers can be found in 1,000,001 places on the map, on the objective, at the very edge, lying down in the middle of a field, absolutely anywhere. Until everything becomes just 2 fronts staring at each other, and this then infects others. It's like a plague. Some people camp and cause other people to camp, which causes other people to camp until everyone's been indoctrinated into some incredibly boring cult. And I don't see the fun in it, not even slightly. Why play a game to do that? I'm not telling people how to enjoy themselves, but it just doesn't make any sense. And it certainly doesn't help me to have fun. It's like all of the fun is being stripped out of the game. There's no self-improvement, no sense of aspiration. It screws up any consideration of map design, as clumps of people just end up in random areas aiming down sight. And yet I've seen more guns planned to be released that play right into the camper mentality. It's such a shame. And maybe, just maybe, I'll jump to Call of Duty. But I'll no doubt find campers there as well. What a sad, sorry state of affairs. And so that is why rushers and campers hate each other, the Battlefield 5 edition. Let me know if you can think of more reasons for either side. And if you can't think of anything useful, then just leave me a comment saying anything at all. For example, if you could own any animal as a pet, yes, any animal, what would it be and why? Now I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, it takes no effort to turn on those notifications to stay up to date, and I'd also really appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, follow me on Mixer, and join my Discord server in the description and my pinned comment. Here's the Board of Awesome for the epic people who support the channel on Patreon. They're all absolute heroes and love them all deeply and of course, often. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, the link to the Patreon page is in the description and my pinned comment. And with that all said, I'm GetGoodGuy and I'll see you next time. Laters. Okay, so I actually have a few seconds to fill here, so I thought something random, why not just let you listen to the sort of voice messages my friend Eddie and I leave each other. Alright, so let's play this.
Where you wanna get? Where you wanna do? Where you wanna go? I'm blue, double D
listen to that back now. Have fun. Alright, that was it. Bye!